to say.
Then bloody well say it.
My poor, dear husband gave all that we had, our life, our future, for his queen and country.
Our boys, our brave boys. Go on.
And he was the bravest. The bravest of the brave.
I'm sure he was. Our dear son.
Oh, I didn't...
Not even in battle. Enteric fever, they said. In Cape Town.
I'll not keep you any longer.
Please, my dear.
Now then, this violin.
No.
Of course, neither my husband or I play, but
I can't.
Our son would have wanted us to help.
They were comrades, I suppose.
Oh, yes.
Have you any idea how much it's worth?
Well, my husband told me it would fetch in the region.
I'm sure we can find a few pounds.
Stupid gits.
Never, never, never again.
That right?
The only thing is,
What?
I can't be any lower to fall.
Oh, my girl, the ride's only just started. And here we go. Stradivarius number 2.
I won't do it. Not again.
Port lemon for the lady, and I reckon I'll have a large whiskey and up. You say something?
I said no.
Funny, that's what I thought you said. You know, maybe I might lay a word against you with certain people at Scotland Yard. What you done? Fraud? Conning? See you away nicely, that would. And I'd be shot of you, you moaning bitch. All right. Here's the address. This one won't be so bad, truly. Just her husband.
I can't do it. No.
Bit ago I said something. Something so awful, so dreadful bad that I can't believe it was me what said it. No, I can't. I don't know what come over me.
The truth for once.
No, you're the truth of me, and that's all about it. Mary, I never knew all the advantages you had. Schooling, talking nice, all that. Never had it. So I says things that's wrong things, bad things. Because I can't find words for the good things. But they're there, all right. They're feelings. Deep feelings. That I have for you, wanting the best for you. All that a heart could pine for. I want to pour it out for you. And I will. I promise. But just now it's bad, it's very bad. Do you think I don't know that? But it's just for a little time, just to get us started, a leg up, that's all we want, and most folk get it without all this. I tell you what, have a business. A little place, all of our own. And then I'll show you.
And the people we've cheated, robbed.
I'll get paid back. Now, on a bright. So they're only giving us what you might call a loan, really. You got any best bubbly? Yeah, pop a bottle of ice. And look sharp, I'm a thirsty and needs cooling. I'll get better than this. Heaps better. I'm on my way. No one stops me. No one.
Enjoy your champagne, Bertie. Relish it. Drink to your future. For I tell you, there's only one end for someone like you. Oh. And When you come home, don't wake me. It's been more than I can bear.
Here! Sit down, Mr. Bennett.
Are you on about?
I'll tell you when you're seated. A singularly poor label. That will more than suffice. So you may keep any change.
Thank you, sir.
And waiter, there'll be another sovereign for you if we are left undisturbed.
Leave it to me, sir. What's going on here?
The lady you were with
None of your business.
is, of course, your wife.
You want to make something of it?
But you do, don't you, Mr. Bennett? Then she has been the wife of so many. All heroes, all dead.
You a copper or something?
Do the police buy champagne for criminals?
I'm no criminal.
The bottle delivers all that the label promises. A near neighbor of mine, Mrs. Merridew, she bought a violin from your wife. I made some inquiries, and so far I have traced 7 violins. How many more are there?
If you're thinking of trying to blackmail Caper,
I don't squat in your gutter, Mr. Bennett.
I ain't putting out with this.
Yes, you will. Well, I'll go to the nearest police station. It is in case your eager mind turns to thoughts of violence.
Who are you?
My name is Simon van der Hoff, a man of business. More than that you will never know. You want money quickly, don't you, Mr. Bennett?
Much as the next man?
No. There is no comparison. Because you are possibly the most despicable and least patriotic man in England. Your country is fighting a war. What is that to you? Meat on which you feed?
What's politics ever done for me?
What is honor? Now, I have a proposition for you.
Drunk.
Oh, drunk. Drunk.
I don't want you in my bed. Not in that state.
You'd want me in your bed if I was drunk. Drunk as a rolling fart. You know, that's your trouble, my girl. You're always wanting a bit of fun. I mean, your fair wears a fellow out, you know?
Disgusting.
That's what I mean. Yeah, but listen. Listen. You listening? You're not going to be disgusted at what I've got to tell you. Not disgusted at all. Oh, loving wife of Prezi. And there's lots more. Lots and lots. Where'd that come from?
I already have a watch and chain.
It's gold. Solid gold. Well, many a girl would give her hubby a big smacking kiss for a Prezi like that.
God, what is all this about?
Being rich. Filthy rich, like I always said. and going to South Africa.
Did you see who that was?
No? Did I?
Field Marshal Lord Kitchener,
And who's he when he's at home?
the Chief of Staff.
Yeah, you look like a right old punch to me.
Maak de venster toe. You are Mr. Bennett?
What?
Sit.
Our representative in London says that you are willing to help us.
Depends, doesn't it?
On what?
What you want?
Nothing beyond your grasp.
Ah, still depends, though.
Mr. Bennett.
Oh, that's it, isn't it? It's just the point. You know who I am, but I don't know who you are. Fair dealings, man to man. Come on.
Our names don't matter. It's enough to say that we fight for our freedom against your country. Knowing that, do you wish to do business with us or not?
Why else am I here?
Very well.
A long war. We shall lose. So it must be won before your people can arm themselves. We need to know how much time we have.
How the bloody hell should I know?
If we placed you where you could find out.
Spy.
Informant. Well-paid informant for the rest of your life.
How well paid.
It's £500. And you can have the same again when we have the information we need. How many guns? What caliber? How many shells? Rifles? Bullets? The rate of production now, in 6 months and a year. And what your ordnance factories will deliver.
That is the time scale against which we live or die. For this information, you will receive £1,000. And 100 a year for life.
If you win.
In that, you gamble with us.
Where do I go then?
Woolwich Arsenal.
Woolwich Arsenal? But why should we be fetched out to South Africa for that? And what do you know about making guns?
I know more than you'd ever dream of. I don't want to talk about it. Boy!
Working late?
Water win.
That what it is? Not making a fortune with your overtime?
Yeah, the thought never came into my noddle.
Oh, bet. See you tomorrow.
Yes. Them trains get worse, I swear they do. What's up with you?
Don't you know?
No, should I?
Is this what they set you up with at the Arsenal? Is that what clerks have these days?
You silly cow. You'd no right going through my things.
Oh, God, what's that got to do with it?
It's everything to do with it. Then I'll keep you. Then I'll keep you well.
Blood money. Spies' money we don't want.
You spend it fast enough. Well, don't you just? Clothes, you got enough for a bleeding duchess. You buy, I sell.
Secrets.
I'll turn it up.
I want to know what's going on. I have a right.
Right? Oh, have you? Right? Oh, what the bloody hell do you think's going on? You know how much I get paid? Oh, bloody well, you know. 35 shilling a week. God's truth, that wouldn't keep you in knickers.
I have tried not to know.
Tried, you busted a gut trying, I know.
It's got to stop. I won't have it.
Shut it! You'll have what you get, and that's all about it. And how I get it's my business.
No!
Sign off, bitch!
Is that what you want?
Well, don't I?
If you're not very careful, I shall go to the police.
Oh, will you? Will you? Is that what you think? You listen, bitch. You listen while I tell you what I want. I want you dead. And unless you're careful, you bloody soon will be.
Right. Here's the gun then. Do it. No. Oh, you haven't got the guts. Crawling in the slime. Spying. That's your level. Will you stick to it? I cannot breathe your air. It chokes me. I'm clearing out.
Who's stopping you? What I want to know, though, is what you're going to do for Nookie. Someone lined up, have you? Well, for I can't see you going without it. My oath, I can't.
Don't make any mistakes, Bertie. What I'll get's better than bed. Oh, miles better. I may be away, but I'll hold you fast. You won't know, will you? Not any minute of any day. And I'll say the word, and you'll hang.
True as I stand here. You're the first girl for me, Alice. Me being so rotten shy and all. You know that.
And you're the first for me, Bertie. The very first.
I love you. And I want to look after you. Proper.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Tell you what. And I'm not meaning anything nasty. I'll ask your mum first. But wouldn't it be really nice if we could just get away? Just for a few days. Something proper, not taking advantage, anything like that.
I know what you've got in that wicked little head of yours.
No, honest. I mean, seaside, you know, breath of fresh air. Set you up, wouldn't it?
You'd ask me, Mum.
Of course I would.
We'll have to see about that then, won't we?
There's this fellow at work, he gave us this address.
Oh, you got it worked out all along, you had.
Yeah, a fellow lives in Hope. It's a Mrs. Rudram in Yarmouth. It's nicer than Margate, isn't it?
Didn't know about that.
Tell you what, just to give you a taste of it, what it'd be like, I'll treat us to a bun and cuppa. What'd you say?
Be nice.
Does your wife know about the girl?
No.
Nor must she. That could be dangerous. Give her up.
I can't.
She pregnant?
It isn't like that. I love her.
Idiot. Did you tell your wife about our business arrangements?
I wouldn't tell her nothing. But she found out for herself.
Oh, my God. Something will have to be done.
I can take care of it.
Yes? Make sure you do.
It's too late for that.
Please.
No. No.
What was between you and me? You can't just wipe it out like a kid with a slate.
Between you and me was cheating. And treason. Day in, day out. Would to God it could be wiped clean away.
Forget all that. You just remember.
I forget nothing. And don't you?
Yeah, there's other things come to me. Like holding you tight. Snug in our bed. Wind outside and us warm. Your body soft. And me.
Now stop it.
Oh, not to be back together all the time. That wouldn't work. You're right there. But us getting a bit of comfort. Giving each other what we want. Just now and then, like.
Oh, leave me alone. Oh, please leave me alone.
You sleep with her still?
Nick. I'll tell you, she likes it. Matter of fact, she can't do without it.
Neither it seems can you.
Yeah, well.
Where is your wife now?
What's it to you?
Where?
I sweet talked her to go away for a bit. Look, if she's on her own, how can she blab?
Away?
Yarmouth. I gave her the address of some decent lodgings. I was going to take Alice there, but they was full.
Your morals never cease to amaze me. How long will your wife be in Yarmouth?
As long as she liked. I saw she was all right, money, you know.
Bennett, I have never met a more hateful man than you. Never. But the cause I serve shackles us together.
He'll see you now, sir.
Do I,
Yes, you look fine, Mr. Robb.
I'd prefer to be introduced as Elvie Robb, if you wouldn't mind. Both names together.
Oh, like...
Like myself, Mr. Bowker.
Quite so, sir.
Yes?
Mr. Marshall Hall, may I present Mr. Elvie Robb, our instructing solicitor.
This is indeed a pleasure.
Mr. Marshall Hall.
Marshall, please.
Thank you, Marshall.
Do sit down.
You've glanced over the brief.
Masterly. Excellent. I said so to Thorne here. Well, may I introduce Mr. Thorne Drury?
How do you do?
Damn fine brief.
Our good friend Thorne, with your permission, naturally, will be my junior in this most fascinating case.
Of course, of course.
Well, now, Elvie, it seems we are to defend with all our might one who is without doubt a confidence trickster, a fornicator, and quite possibly a murderer.
Fella deserves to hang 10 times over.
Quite. Tell me, what plea would you propose?
There's a terrific prejudice against him. In Yarmouth. Newspapers, everyone.
Yes, you did well to get the trial shifted to the Bailey.
Even there. Guilty. With a strong appeal for mercy.
No fight? We need our topcoats.
Oh, where are we off to?
Visit our client, Mr. Bennett. And after you and your wife had separated and you had taken up with this new girl, Alice Meadows, you would on occasion sleep with your wife, yes?
She needed it.
Did she now? And in order to achieve this rutting, you must have lied to this new woman of yours.
Oh, well, I could scarce tell her the truth, could I now?
Could scarce tell anyone the truth about anything, Bennett, on any matter at all. Did you go to Yarmouth in order to sleep with your wife?
No.
Don't lie to me. I'm your only hope of life. Did you go to Yarmouth on the 22nd of September in order that you might sleep with your wife?
No. I was not in Yarmouth then.
Liar! Witnesses, crowds of witnesses will swear you were there.
Then it's them that's liars, not me.
I suggest that over the months you have been steadily filching your wife's possessions and giving them to your mistress. I suggest that having proposed marriage to this new woman of yours, you determined that an end would have to be made of Mrs. Bennet. It was with that intention that you went to Yarmouth, was it not?
No.
Liar! I suggest that you went to Yarmouth, that you met your wife, that you took her to that beach, and there savagely raped and then strangled her. Is that not the truth?
You can't have it both ways, can you?
What does that mean?
If I'm so rotten, giving her pleasure in bed, and she did want that, believe me, why the bloody hell should I rape her?
I put another suggestion to you then, Bennet. That you went to Yarmouth, that you saw your wife early in the evening, and that you left her in some public house or other, you may tell me where, and returned to London either on the last train that night or by the first train the following morning. She would then have had ample time to meet some other man.
You had a leg over, then killed her?
Yes.
Nice story.
True.
No. I was not in Yarmouth that night. Or day come to that.
Bennet, I am offering you a road to freedom.
I can't take it, Mr. Hall. Not at no price. What, me lie on oath?
We're doing no good here. Think most seriously of what I've said to you.
I have. You seen them friends of mine yet?
Not yet.
They'll swear to where I was.
They're as truthful as you?
Yeah.
Marshal, I think he could quite possibly be innocent.
I think he is. He didn't weaken under pressure.
You never mentioned his South African trip to him.
Indeed, I did not. And yet, I'm sure that the answer to this whole conundrum lies there. In my bones, I'm sure of it. A man travels to South Africa, stays only 5 days, and on his return immediately secures a job at the Royal Arsenal.
Do you mean?
Yes.
Dear God.
It's only a theory, mind. Where else does all this money come from? He spies. His wife knows he spies. She must be silenced. Not by him, but by his paymasters.
Well, did you see those friends of his?
Yes.
And were they with him on the night of the murder?
They said so. At first.
And then?
I questioned them hard.
Good.
And they broke.
It is as I expected.
They couldn't be sure. I hammered them again and then... No, they were not with him.
Well, that's our alibi up the bloody spout.
Beware the alibi, Thorne. Always. It's potentially the most dangerous of defences. Once build your case upon it, and it breaks, then the entire defence collapses with it.
Well, we might have made those men stand up.
Against Charlie Gill? He leads for the prosecution.
No match for you, though, surely.
As a cross-examiner, he is deadly. Oldest, closest friend, and he frightens the living daylights out of me.
Well, what then?
The evidence against Bennet is entirely circumstantial. Nothing wrong with that. A good case can be made, and Charlie will make it. So, we attack, relentlessly, every prosecution witness. Elvie, I'll need all the ammunition you can find. We will make it so difficult for the Crown to discharge their burden that, God willing, they'll collapse under the weight of it.
That's it?
That's it.
No!
What else?
Put Bennet in the witness box. Let him give evidence.
No.
He convinced us.
We've 2 days. Let's not waste them. Absolutely not. We cannot put him in the witness box.
If we don't, the question is, why not? It will be asked.
We cannot put him in the box because he is a hardened, inveterate liar. He can't change.
Even so, Marshal, and I must stress this, if we are seen to refuse to bring Bennet to the witness box to testify to his innocence, we are playing straight into Charlie Gill's hands. This is something he will seize upon. You know him and I know him.
You're not taking account of... Yes.
Coffee.
Please. Get a cup for yourself.
I have one, sir, in my room.
Fetch it in. We need a fresh mind. No.
Why not?
Where the freak? I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Fire.
Morning, Walker.
And a very good morning to you, sir.
Marshal in yet?
Mr. Marshal Hall has not yet been home.
What, since last night?
No, sir.
Lord!
Oh, no, not yet, Mr. Drury. He's got someone with him.
What to do with the case?
Yes, sir. His jeweller.
His what?
Quite sure. Thank you, my friend.
Where the devil's Marshal?
Here, Mr. Drury.
Where here?
In the cloakroom, sir. Morning, Mr. Gill.
Morning, Edgar. Drury.
Morning to you.
Marshal.
Lovely, Leslie.
Don't either of you know what a case of this sort costs him?
Yes, I should do by this time.
Charlie.
Bone to pick with you.
No discussing the case.
Oh, bugger the case. He was supposed to be dining with us.
When?
Night before last.
Oh, Lord, Charlie, I'm so sorry.
Played the devil with my wife's bridge tables.
I clean forgot.
So I'm fining you. 6 of drinkable claret. Will be with us a week on Tuesday.
Thanks very much, Mr. Gill.
Note that, Edgar.
Yeah, have done, sir.
Now, my friends, into battle.
Here, Mr. Drury, you take these. Off you go, sir. I've got all your other things. Best of luck, sir.
Gentlemen of the jury, the facts in this case are very straightforward, and the Crown will attempt to lay them down as clearly as it can. That done, I feel that your minds will be drawn to one overwhelming conclusion, and that is that the prisoner you see arraigned before you did, on the night of the 22nd of September last, on the shore at Yarmouth, most cruelly sexually assault and murder his wife by strangulation. What then are these facts? One, we shall call witnesses to prove that the man Bennett had ill-used his wife on many previous occasions and had uttered threats to kill her. Two, he become infatuated with a young woman, one Alice Meadows, and has, as a matter of fact, asked her to marry him. These facts alone prove beyond a peradventure both motive and intention. Witnesses will swear before you that Bennett was in Yarmouth on the night of the murder. Witnesses will swear to you that Bennett lied and lied again after the murder was discovered. And evidence will be shown to you in the shape of a photograph taken of the late Mrs. Bennett on the very seashore at Yarmouth where she was soon to meet her terrible end, showing her wearing a gold watch and chain. A watch and chain that was not on her body when it was discovered. A watch and chain that was not amongst her things in her lodging house. A watch and chain that was discovered in the possession of the prisoner at the time of his arrest. And that, gentleman, is enough to hang him. You are John Frederick Conyers, and you are, by profession, a photographer?
That is correct, sir.
And in pursuit of that avocation, do you take photographs of people on the shore at Yarmouth?
In the season, sir.
I have a photograph here, my lord. May it be Exhibit 5?
So be it.
Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes, sir, it's one of mine. I took it of the lady.
When was that?
I have to date all my plates, sir, so I can tell you precise. It says here it was September 20th last.
Would you be kind enough to pass Mr. Conyers Exhibit 1, please? Thank you. Now, Mr. Conyers, is that chain which you hold in your hands the same chain as the one that Mrs. Bennet is wearing in your photograph? Take your time. A man's life is at stake here.
They're one and the same.
You're sure of that?
Quite sure.
Thank you, Mr. Conyers.
Marshal Hall.
Thank you, my lord. Mr. Conyers, do you know anything at all about jewelry?
I can't really afford stuff like that, sir.
My commiserations. Not even out of the vast sums of money which certain disreputable newspapers have flung at you, that you may peddle your tawdry stories and incriminate my client at the peril of his very life? Not even out of that.
Mr. Marshal Hall.
You admit to knowing nothing of jewelry.
I've said I can't...
Yes, you have. You would not then know the difference between a chain of the rope or Prince of Wales pattern and a link chain.
Oh, I'd know that, sir.
Good.
Anyone...
How would you describe the chain you hold?
Link.
Link. Be so good as to pass Mr. Conyers this glass. Examine your photograph once more, if you please, through the glass. How would you describe the chain which Mrs. Bennet is wearing as you see it through that? Speak up, man.
It's a rope.
Rope. It is indeed. Not then the chain found in my client's possession at the time of his arrest.
May I see the photograph? Through Mr. Marshal Hall, with your permission, your glass.
Of course, my lord.
Seems to me to be very blurred.
My lord.
Out of focus. I enter that observation in no prejudicial spirit.
I see it clearly enough.
Do you? Do you now?
It is a rope chain.
Your name is Polly Rudrum?
Yes, sir.
And your mother maintains a boarding house in Yarmouth?
That's right.
Now, Miss Rudrum, will you tell us what you observed on the night of the 21st of September last?
Well, it was the Friday night, like you say, and I was up in my room reading. I went over to the window to get the last of the light, and then I heard voices from just in front of the house. I looked out my window, and I could just see Mrs. Bennet, though she called herself Mrs. Hood when she stayed with us.
Never mind that now. Go on.
A man's voice, though I couldn't see him. I heard him say, "You understand, don't you? I am placed in an awkward position just now."
And those were his exact words?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear anything further?
The sound of a kiss.
Distinctly?
Oh, very.
Thank you, Miss Rudrum.
Mr. Marshal Hall.
Thank you, my lord. Miss Rudrum, I must compliment you on the clear, concise way in which you have given your evidence.
Thank you, sir.
And I can tell that there is no possible way in which you could be mistaken about any of these events.
No, sir, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Friday, the 21st of September.
Friday the 21st.
I am so grateful for that. For you see, gentlemen, that what I hold in my hand is the ledger from the Royal Arsenal at Woolwich, proving that my client, on the night in question, Friday the 21st of September, was at work in that factory. Miss Rudrum?
Someone kissed her.
Quite so, but it cannot have been my client.
Oh, a decided impression. You think not?
Went well enough. Alston completely ruined our photographic evidence.
Ah, but the jury, though.
Go whichever way he sends them. Yes.
There's a gentleman to see you, Mr. Marshall Hall. I think this could be important, sir.
Boom.
What is it?
You're not ill, are you?
Thorne, get an adjournment. A couple of hours. Say what you like. Say I've collapsed, but get that adjournment.
I'll see to it.
I thought we were home and dry, sir.
No. LB, we have to see Bennett.
Now?
I did not put you in the witness box. You know that.
Suit yourself.
There are two statements on this paper. One instructs me to call this man, the other instructs me not to. I will leave it with you for 2 hours. Strike out whichever you do not want.
Tell you now.
2 hours.
Marshal.
I know Charlie Gill. Hilda's dearest friend. I fear him. What do you do with this?
Time's up.
So be it. Come clean with me now, at the last. You were in Yarmouth on the night of the murder. Admit to that. Admit to everything but to the murder of your wife, and perhaps I can save you.
I was not in Yarmouth then. And the first I knew she was dead was when I read it. In the papers. That's it.
I believe you.
Oh. Right.
My lord, I do apologise for requesting that adjournment, and I am most grateful to your lordship for granting it. There has been a development which totally alters the complexion of this case. I shall call before you a witness, absolutely independent and respectable, who will swear that it was impossible for my client to have murdered his wife, because as late as 7 o'clock on the evening of that Saturday, September the 22nd, he was in Bennett's company in London. The last train for Yarmouth left at 5 o'clock. I ask now that he be called, for he is proof positive of my client's innocence.
Silence in the court.
You'll see, Charlie, you'll see.
Call Mr. Shelter Douglas.
Oh, Mr. Shelter Douglas.
I wish. Mr. Shelter Douglas, would you be so kind as to tell this court what happened to you on the evening of September the 22nd last?
With pleasure, sir. On that evening, I was taking a long walk near Bexley. At about 5:15 p.m., I met a man wearing a grey suit and a bowler hat. I got into conversation with him. He told me that he was employed as a draftsman at Woolwich. I prefer my walks to be taken in solitude, but this man persisted in his conversation, so I had little choice in the matter. He suggested that we went into a public house for some refreshment. I demurred, but he insisted. As we came out of the inn, he pointed to a signboard over a barber shop. By the way, he said, a namesake of mine lives there. The name on the signboard is F.K. Bennett.
Proceed, Mr. Shelter Douglas.
The rest of the walk was uneventful enough. We parted, and the next time I saw that gentleman's face was when I saw his photograph in the newspaper.
Thank you. On the evening of September the 22nd, then, the very night Mrs. Bennett was done to death in Yarmouth, you swear before Almighty God that you were in the company of her husband, the prisoner in the dock.
As God is my judge, I swear it.
Thank you, Mr. Douglas.
Mr. Gill.
Well, here's drama indeed. Worthy of the last act of a melodrama at the Lyceum. And I would suggest, with as much verisimilitude.
I have told the truth, sir.
Have you, Mr. Douglas? Well, now, I must cast no aspersions on your honour. Mr. Douglas, which newspapers do you read?
I have little time for that.
Oh, come now, you just said that you recognized your walking companion from his photograph in a newspaper. Time must have been found.
I might occasionally glance at one or other.
Yes, you might indeed. And is it not true that there is not one element of your story that could not have been gleaned from any one of the newspapers published in the last 6 months?
I do not know that.
Then you are singular in your ignorance. There is not a man here present who could not have known the facts that you have so dramatically delivered to us with as much gleaning from the public prints. Would you agree with that?
I really cannot say.
Straight yes or no, if you please.
Yes, I suppose so.
Yes, thank you. Surely you would admit that it is strange that you've waited so long before bringing your evidence before us?
It was most reprehensible.
That is not what I suggest. You are the best judge of your own morality. What I suggest is that the delay is remarkable. What? All this time going by. The case rehearsed again and again in the press. A remarkable silence. Quite remarkable. You told us, did you not, that on the evening of this eventful perambulation, you and the prisoner at the bar called in at public house.
We did.
Naturally. And is it not also remarkable, I muse, that counsel for the defence have not brought even one witness from that hostelry to vouch for your presence? Did no one see you there?
The place was very crowded.
And then there must be crowds of witnesses. Will my learned friend be calling one or more of them? Evidently not. There is, of course, one man who could be standing before us vouching for the accuracy of your memory. Shall my learned friend be giving us an opportunity of hearing him? Again, the answer to my question is in the negative. Mr. Douglas, I do not doubt your worthiness, your concern for the prisoner's life. There'll be many who share your sympathy, but I must point out to you that what you have told us could have been told by thousands upon thousands with as little corroboration. What we have heard is merely a sympathetic tale.
I have told the truth, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Douglas.
Marshal Hall.
No, I have no further questions, my lord.
You may stand down, Mr. Douglas.
Marshal, I thought you knew me better.
All's not yet lost. I think not, Thorne. I tell you, we've just hanged that man. Gentlemen of the jury, this has been a long case, an exhausting case, for you, for all here present. But hold fast in all that you have heard to this. A man came before you, a man of honor, a man whom all of us would trust in the daily commerce of our lives. And you heard him swear upon his most sacred oath that my client could never have committed that murder. It is true, as my learned friend for the Crown has so forcefully pointed out, that there is no one to corroborate his evidence, but that in itself does not negate it. No, it does not. Indeed, it is as if the hand of Providence had been stretched over this utterly worthless man. But there is no man so utterly worthless in the sight of God that there may not be an opportunity for reform. I say the hand of Providence was over this man at the last moment to protect him, tried as he already has been by the vulgar press and found guilty.
Not one tittle of evidence has been brought before you to prove my client's presence in Yarmouth on the night of the murder. Not one tittle. The chain, I hear you say. His wife's chain, worn by her, found in his possession. What of that? Is that not proof positive of his presence in that place, of his guilt? Gentlemen, I most fervently hope that I have proved to you that the chain kept by Bennett was one completely, totally different from the one worn by his wife. Even if you thought it were not, even if you could not accept that which I demonstrated, consider this. A man who murdered his wife, then wrenched from her corpse and kept a most damning piece of evidence, should be sent not to the gallows, but to the lunatic asylum. But the man Bennett is sane, is rational. Look at him. Why should he do such a thing? That chain is, I do assure you, the only piece of evidence that the Crown has been able to dredge up. All else is circumstantial. And I say to you, on that evidence alone, and it is alone, it would be manifestly unsafe to convict my client. I have done this case very imperfectly. But the physical strain of doing a case in the atmosphere of this court is very great. I have complained before that the atmosphere of this building is a scandal, and I say the same today. I only wish that a far greater lawyer than I, Sir Edward Clarke, for example, had been able to do what I so imperfectly have done. But from my weakness, from my fallibility, again I implore you to consider how much the matter of the chain has been pressed by the Crown. I think you must see that such are the improbabilities of the case that you dare not honestly say you are satisfied beyond reasonable doubt of his guilt. I think you ought also to say to yourselves that the positive evidence, the ledger from the Royal Arsenal at Woolwich, the testimony of Mr. Sholto Douglas is so overwhelming that you cannot but be satisfied that my client could never have been at Yarmouth either on the Friday or the Saturday in question. I pray that God may give you the grace and power to come to a just and righteous decision.
Gentlemen, let us rehearse the facts of this case. But first, I will remind you of this.
Charlie.
Well, Ford.
And you. The judge is summing up.
We cannot discuss the case.
It was a disgrace.
Marshal.
Look, never mind the etiquette of the thing, please.
Not now, not here.
I know Bennett is despicable. God knows I do. Never in my life have I found worse. He is the lowest of the low, but he is innocent.
No.
Innocent of this crime.
Nothing I may do or say.
Have you no doubt?
None. Please God, the jury finds right and he hangs.
I will not desist.
You strain friendship to destruction.
Guilty.
From the Home Secretary. He will do nothing.
He says you fought a good fight.
What's that to the business? As Bennett falls to eternity, will that comfort him, will it?
I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the midst of my enemies. Thou anointest anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive them that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
He is innocent. Innocent!